Wheelies! You know what an update means!
Free ice cream!
No, you silly wheelies. No! Okay, with that joke out of the way, I want to get a little real with you for a second. Like a lot of you, these past few years have been hectic and rough, especially for someone under the spectrum such as myself. Like, I have trouble getting some things off. You can probably tell I haven't been doing a lot of videos recently, and if I have been doing them, they're either like some sort of music video with slideshows or the occasional Ruby reviews in December. Well, now I'm going to make up for that. I am going to be doing a lot more productive videos, and I'm going to be doing bigger videos. But we're gonna start small, okay? We're gonna start small, and we're going to I'm going to split these conversations in separate categories. First, I'm going to tell you guys the smaller projects that I'm working on. Then we're gonna work our way up to the larger projects that I'm gonna be working on, and how you yourselves, the viewers and or subscribers, will help me with that. That we'll get to later. Without further ado, let's go straight to the updates. Back in 2021, I released Ed Watches Too Much TV and Goes Crazy, and from what you can imagine, it did rather well. Super well, in fact. In fact, it's like one of my most popular videos. And seeing with that video doing well, I decided that I should make another one. But at the same time, I did not want to make another Ed and Eddie YouTube poop. I want to branch out a little and do something unexpected and risque. So what I'm going to tell you guys, that this new YouTube poop is going to be something that you're either going to really love or really hate. Or somewhere in between. But don't worry, it's still going to contain that darkly humorous tone that Ed Watches Too Much TV did. But it's going to have a lot more updated technology and a more updated effects. Hopefully I'm gonna get this thing out by March of 2026. But we might see like a trailer for it sometime around December or February. So keep an eye out for those. But to keep you guys from getting antsy, I'm going to release an extended and remastered cut of Ed Watches Too Much TV and Goes Crazy, filled with different edits, additional scenes, and all that good stuff. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to come out hopefully around October 31st, right around Halloween. Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. Seeing that Ruby Volume 10 hasn't been released yet, for this December, I'm gonna go to the next best thing. I am going to review both Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss for December. And I felt it's just kind of the right way to go. And that's just about it. This is gonna hurt, guys. I mean, this is really going to hurt. Unfortunately, I have to tell you all that Ruby Land of Daikaiju and the whole Land of Daikaiju thing is officially cancelled. There are multiple reasons why I'm deciding to cancel this project, which there's actually so many, in fact, that I can fit them all in just a separate video. I could just do a separate video on it just to explain the whole thing. Scripted, not improvise what I'm doing right now. But to narrow things down is, the reason why I'm canceling this project is because I have a lack of animation prowess. I don't know how to animate. Well, not yet at least. And the second reason is that it's probably going to be hard to convince like voice actors and animators to participate in a Godzilla and Ruby crossover or a Godzilla and MLP crossover, seeing that a lot of them have a sort of a disinterest with each other. Like, one voice actor will only do like Godzilla stuff, or another voice actor will only do My Little Pony, another voice actor will only do like Ruby. Like, they're very niche. Like, they will not leave their comfort zone, and I do respect that, honestly. But if any of you out there show me a test of like a animation of Godzilla and Ruby, maybe I would consider bringing it back, but for the time being, I am canceling Land of Daikaiju. But there is a silver lining. I do have plans to do a Godzilla fan film that's a little bit more, that's a little bit more manageable for what I can do. And we'll talk about that one next. Back in 2024, I discovered the fan film Godzilla Apex by Kaijuzilla 621, and it blew me away. Just the fact that it was using toys and miniature, the way it uses its toys and miniature sets was just astounding, and it inspired me to kind of do something similar. Like, this is something that I can probably do. While at the same time, I don't just want to make a carbon copy of Godzilla Apex. I want to do something original. But the one story that came into mind was Godzilla in the Bermuda Triangle. Well, that's just it in a nutshell. I also made like a concept trailer all the way back in March of 2025 that kind of shows my thought process of what I'm thinking of doing. Suffice it to say, I hope to make Godzilla Into the Beyond a very unique and original Godzilla fan film. Something that no one has quite ever seen before. Back in 2016, I made a short film called Time Clock Guardians: Invasion of Terror as part of a workshop. When I showed this video during the workshop, someone told me that I should make it into a web series, and I decided to take those words to heart. And as you can see from the quality of the footage, this was made on a pretty shoestring budget. Keyword being shoestring. So with this new series, I'm probably going to do it as an audio drama, like for a few episodes, then work my way into an animated episode. In that format, I will not be limited to the physical world. Here, I could explore the creatures and characters in a lot more detail, and a lot more visually, in an animated or audio drama format. In terms of episodes, I do have a few story ideas in mind, but I'm also open to suggestions. That's why I would probably be opening some story contests to see what the fans and other people's input would be on a Time Clock Guardian story. Though none of it is official yet, but this is just something I want to play around with for the time being. Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna dabble into some voice acting, and I'm also gonna try to rehearse for some upcoming animated projects that you yourselves might have, or someone might have. Thankfully, it won't be as bad as the recording on this update, so we'll see about that. full disclaimer, this idea is a work in progress, so nothing's entirely finalized. For some time, I was thinking of making like a 3D animated movie in the vein of Ruby or Genshin Impact, but have the feel of films like The Secret of Nim, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, and with a little bit of like also have a little bit of an adult edge like Ralph Bakshi's Fire and Ice and Wizards. In terms of the look of the film, I was heavily inspired by the Filmation Flash Gordon, mainly because of its nostalgic value as well as its creatures and environments. I was also inspired by the works of the artwork of the brothers Hildebrandt, more specifically their Atlantis calendar. I liked it because it had a sort of mix between futuristic sci-fi, sword and sorcery, and primal fantasy. And I thought those kind of ingredients would look cool in a 3D animated landscape or 3D anime. Now, keep in mind, I haven't thought of a story or a plot yet. Part of me is still thinking of probably recycling the Land of Daikaiju story and putting into this one, or I might think of something completely different. But then again, outside of that, I'm still gonna brainstorm this idea a little further, and we'll see what we come up with. Now I know what you're thinking. How am I gonna possibly do all these things? Well, that's where you come in. Yes, you. As of right now, I have opened both a Patreon and a Ko-fi account where you, the viewers and or subscribers, can support me through these outlets. And not only that, you will actually get sneak peeks of what I'm working on through those outlets. But if you want a more physical reward for your donations, then go to my Teespring and Redbubble pages. There you can actually buy t-shirts and mugs with my artwork on it. The links are also in the description below. And that's about it for updates. I hope you like what I have in store for you, and if you want to support me, please go down to the links below. And with that said, this is the PMB-Tube signing off.